because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Clemson's offense will get the ball first. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Bob.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourself and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
That quick slant is a hard ball to adjust to and make your quarterback look good. If you throw it behind me and I'm coming down the line of scrimmage, I really don't have a chance to adjust and try to make my quarterback look good. He's got to miss that thing low or high. He can't miss it behind me.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, they've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range if people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you, but let's see if the squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love. Now, Jesse, how do they handle it?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Use the play fake, now to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. On the run, it's Scott. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Under fire. He'll try to do it himself. You know those defenders wanted to light him up. Quarterback wisely gets down with the slide. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. No fair catches here, looking for room. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. There's the pressure. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Got a man. It's Hardy. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They go to the wide receiver screen, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball back quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
The play action fake. Quickly out to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
And he made that look easy, but it's not. I think one of the hardest things to do is tackle these quick, shifty wide receivers in the open field. Nice job getting that sucker on the ground.
Going for the marker on the ground. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well played.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Clemson set up with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And they stop him just short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 1.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tigers. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's involved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. Alabama opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's house and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Backed up now. Here's second and long. They go to the ground. Slithers into space. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Gets it out quickly. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold on.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Let's see what they've got on second down. He'll pull it on the read. And the ball's free in the backfield. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the defense did everything right against that option play. They got to the quarterback. They forced him to keep it. Not only do they create the fumble, but they jump on it behind the line of scrimmage. That is just perfect option defense.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. To the air on first down. Using the quick game. At the 20, he's got space. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
A first down run in the red zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Yeah, and this offense, that's what they do. Last week he had 2 rushing touchdowns. They're going to feature him. They're going to get physical, especially inside the 5-yard line. You're going to feed this guy the football. This offense has had success in the past giving him the ball.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Clemson.
How about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on their running back to score that touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Got it behind the line. It's Scott. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Scanning the field, it's Bailey. The screen, he can go. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played 1 quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Snags it down the right side. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Grabbed in the middle. It's Green.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the game.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it. Hey, if they can stop him on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Wide open downfield. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Some much-needed life from this offense as they tried to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
He now has 53 yards on the ground so far, and he looks to be well on his way to a 1,500-yard season. Throwing right. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Gives it to the back on the draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Bailey. Caught in the backfield, it's Green. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap him up, way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. Breaks into the open. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Snaps it in the shotgun. Pressure coming. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Oh, they're after him. Got it in the middle. It's Glover. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
You normally don't see this guy miss throws like that. That was a pretty short throw. He can normally make those in his sleep, but with the incompletion, we're now setting up third down.
He's going to take off. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Hey, he's just kind of proven that he's difficult to defend. I mean, I'm playing defense, and we've seen him have success throwing the ball through the air. But now, nice job dropping back, trying to force the ball down the field, but does a really smart thing. Just kind of tucks it, takes off, and gets the first down. This guy's showing you a little bit of everything today.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on third and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught downfield. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Going to look downfield again. Throws toward the end zone. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot. But the flag is down. Let's check the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Bunch formation for these receivers. He'll set up to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And the pass was broken up, incomplete, and there's a flag on the field. This could be offensive holding. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Oh, the head coach has to be losing his mind after all of these penalties. Now it's 1st and 30. Nice move there. And they swarm him under. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
And guys, they've come through on the first 2 third-down tries. This one might be a little tougher. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Clemson will send the punt team out. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the... Oh, he's got some space. He smashes his way through again. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. Send the tight end in motion. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Hardy. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can.
He'll take the deep shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarter
just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Grabbed over the middle, it's Scott.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Working on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold.
So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Now on second down. Wants to go up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Green. Great reaction by this defense. Immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball. NC State has work to do to convert this third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They boot it away on fourth down. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. They're working that left side. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Snap in the shotgun. Got it in the middle, it's Hardy. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Hardy. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pocket breaking down. Takes a hit as he fires.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Misconnection leaves him with a third down. He's looking downfield to throw. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. Two teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Tigers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaches.
There he goes. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. On first down, here comes this offense. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Fires to the right. That's caught. It's Rodgers. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. On the option. Quick toss. Still on his feet at the 45. Push out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A big pickup on that run. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got his man. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. Jackson. Looks as if NC State has a first down.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
They'll run play action. Fires left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Quickly complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
He'll keep it himself. Jukes his way for more. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Oh, and the attempt is no good. After that failed field goal with them fellas, still tie ball game.
And that hurts missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Finds his tight end. At the 35, he's open. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? Yeah, that's when they... had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Yeah, and that's a timing route. You throw those out routes to your receivers, and he gets out of his break, and he gets his head around, and ideally you want him to get his head around right in time to catch that football, and you could just tell he didn't get comfortable, didn't get his...
Turning it on! Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes Clemson with another first down. They're testing the right side here. Runs from the tackle. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Got enough space. Touchdown, Clemson. They take the lead with the 6. I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next move yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet. 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you and makes a play and gets in the end zone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Colorado is going to enjoy the trip back to Boulder after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there at Folsom Field, and suddenly it's quite a resume. fun one in the Big 12, Ben. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Back to pass, it's Bailey. Snagged in the middle, it's Jackson. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Connection to the right. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties to make the passing game just a little bit easier.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Caught over the middle. It's Scott. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That'll bring him to within 4. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
They'll go to the air. The short hands, it's Hardy. Breaks into the open. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll leave it with him. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Going to sling it on second down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback can go in the other direction. And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll operate out of split backs. Dropping back, it's Bailey. He's got the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Another incompletion on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice cock and corner kick.
Just tried to barge their way forward out of the gun and still couldn't find any room to run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical.
Brings it down on the right side. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Really nice poise by the quarterback on that throw. He's obviously backed up deep in his own end. He knows he can't take a sack, but all of his focus is downfield on coverage. He finds the matchup he wanted, and it's an explosive play for the offense through the air.
Just when you think you have this offense penned down, they come up with a play like that. Now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 35. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Clemson set up with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for it all. And that one's way too far for everybody.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Virginia has put on a majestic performance today, jumping out to an early lead and building on it from there, and now we have ourselves a blowout. They're up by 21 over North Carolina.
Unloads to the wideout.
Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Fires to the big fella. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on FK if they can stop him on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Scott. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
And sometimes as a coach, you're trying to settle your guy down, and you're down and you need plays, but you got to string it together one at a time. And I think floating off the back foot, that's a recipe for disaster. He's going to make a bad play. Got to take care of the football, execute at a high level late in this football game.
Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him. Made his way to the running back.
Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, NC State. They'll go for 2 here and try to climb within a field goal late. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll try the run. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got a man, it's Turner. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Bringing the heat. Looking to scramble. Blasted as he lets it go.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Crosses the 30, he's got to wait. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up when we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here.
Gets it into the end zone, but there is a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Just a crushing mistake on the penalty. Wipes out the touchdown, and now they'll have to try to get it together and score again. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. On the ground, it's Hardy. Makes his man miss. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Here's a heat. They get to him as he throws. Touchdown, Tiger. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. The lead grows, you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now. Tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. To throw, it's Bailey. Grabbed in the middle, it's Scott. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Quickly to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. Here comes the hurry up.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Mitchell. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Working that left side now. Oh, he's got some space. Just keeps moving. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. NC State on the move, set up with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Scott. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. NC State quick to the line. To the air, it's Bailey. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. NC State will line up with a first and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Wide out trying to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Just keep slinging it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They make the stop right at the 10-yard line, but oh, what a turn of momentum with that interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, running back on the move. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.